Hello guys, it's Silas Tops here, your PHP lecturer. Welcome to our PHP lecture 8. In this lecture guys, I just want to actually show you how to calculate area of a circle using PHP constant function pi, and also have another PHP function power. So I'm going to actually demonstrate on how to use these two PHP function, a constant one pi and also a function power, which all these functions are defined in PHP guys. As usual, my details are here. If you need to contact me for anything, you can actually use my cell phone number here, or you can use my email. Then I will actually get your message and respond to you as early as possible. Without wasting time guys, I want to show you how I want to display my value. I want to display information like this, where I will have a certain a radius that I'm gonna actually put in random one. Then when I display my information, I need the information to be in this format. So what I can do now, I have to open my text editor, Notepad++. Yeah, let me just open my text editor, Notepad++. Once I'm in my text editor, I think I've got the initial HTML code. Let me just paste the initial HTML code that I have here, which is this one with my header. So the header for today for our topic 8 guys, it's the calculating area of a circle using PHP constants function, which is pi constant function, and also the other function I'm gonna use is the power function. So I want to embed my PHP inside the HTML tag, which is the header. I want them to display my information in as a header too. So I want to put my PHP inside this header, this HTML tag header true. All right. So without wasting time, let me just open. When I need to write my PHP, you all know that I have to have an opening tag and closing tag for PHP. So I have to put my opening tag for PHP, which is simply question mark PHP, and my closing tag for PHP, which is question mark and the greater than sign. Okay. Then once I'm in here guys, what I want to do, I want to declare a radius, a variable called radius. You know how to declare a variable in PHP. I declare with a dollar sign. So I want to say radius. So I declare my variable called radius. I want to give it a value. Let's say radius is equals to what? Is equals to 4. Just want to give a value. I want to declare another variable also called what? Called diameter. Diameter. Then how do I get a diameter when I've got a radius? You all know that a radius is half of the diameter. So if I have got a radius, I'll simply say 2 times a radius. That's my diameter. So to get my diameter here, I'll simply say this radius that I got here, I'll simply take my variable radius and multiply it by 2. That's my diameter. So I say times 2. Then now I've got my diameter of my circle. Then once I did this, I want also to get what we call the circumference of my circle. So I have to declare variable called the circumference. Circumference. And we all know that the circumference of a circle, you've got a formula. Circumference of a circle, you get it by saying pi d, which is pi times diameter, which is my pi is a constant function that is already defined in my PHP. So I'll simply call this variable pi, pi function, as a constant. So it's already having a value. Once I write it like this, PHP will know that I'm calling the value of pi. So I'm saying pi times what? Times my diameter, or my, because circumference of circle is 2 times pi times r, or pi times diameter. So I simply use the formula pi times diameter here, which is simply I call that diameter which I declared here already, which I calculated here already to get my circumference. After getting my circumference, I also want to calculate the area of this circle. How do I calculate an area of a circle? Area of a circle is simply pi r squared. Area is equals to pi, which is my pi, a constant, already constant defined variable in my PHP, pi. So to calculate an area of a circle, I simply say pi times. So when I want to say r squared, I'll use also a PHP function called power. This PHP function called power is taking two arguments. The first argument is the one that you want to raise to the power. So I want to raise the radius to the power of what? The second argument is the power that I want to raise this argument to its power. So if I want to write this, to raise this to the power of 2, I simply write 2 here as the second argument of my power function. So that's how I will actually calculate my area. So once I've got this one, since I said I want to display my information in this format, guys, this format. So the next thing, I have to actually echo my information in that format. So to echo my information, you know that to display my information, I have to display in PHP with an echo. So I simply say echo what? I want to put a string saying this is this echo is. So I simply put semicolon here, then I'll write this circle. I want to say this circle yes. Once I'm saying yes, then let me just put because this one will display it as then here's something here. So let's concatenate with the br here. Let me concatenate my statement here with br. You know, br is an HTML tag that will send you to the next line. So once I put double br here, I'll be expecting this to jump 2 lines before I print the next statement. So after this, then I'll have to display my radius first. So I'll simply say echo. If I say echo, then I want to say let me check here the format. The format is a radius of, so I simply say a radius here, a radius of what here, which means I concatenate with my variable radius, which I'm already having here, which is I want to display this radius. So I simply display that radius as what? Variable radius. Then after that, after I print that radius, I want to put br to send me to the next line. So I concatenate with br here. To just put br is simply to send me to the next line. Then I'll put semicolon here. Okay, let me just copy this statement and paste it several times so that I will save time. Okay, let me just copy this. Let me just paste here because I need also to display diameter. Then I need also to display circumference. Then I need also to display the area. So I will simply just change this. The first one is my radius. Then the second one should be the diameter. So I'll simply change this one, a diameter of then I'll change this variable because here I want to display this diameter. So I would simply call my variable diameter here. Then the third one, I need to display circumference. So I simply say a circumference of, which is this. Let me just click this circumference here, circumference of. Then here I call my circumference variable, which is this one, which I already calculated here. So I simply type circumference. Let me click here. The third one, I want to display my area. So you simply call an area of I want to call this area that I already calculated using the pi constant and the power function. So I simply call that area that I have already calculated here as area. Simply click this area. So now I have got everything designed in this format, guys. This format. So let me just test my code to see if it's displaying exactly what I designed. So I come to my code here. Once you are done on a code, you have to go and click File, then select Save As. Once you're in Save As, then go to your C drive, look for the XAMPP file folder, click it, then look for the htdocs inside that XAMPP folder. Where is my htdocs? It's here. Then I'll click it. Then I want to put a new folder inside here, and this folder I'm gonna give it my project name. Let me just say prog 8. Once I'm say prog 8, I'll click enter. Then I'll come here to save my project code and give it a name project dot, give it an extension of PHP. Then I'll save it inside my project folder. Click open, then click save. Once I saved it, I'll see written here on top project.php. The next thing, I have to come here on the search button and look for my control panel, XAMPP control panel. Then I'll click it. Once I'll click it, I'm going to make sure that the Apache button is started, and start also my SQL button. Once my SQL button is start, then I can simply minimize this. After minimizing, then I have to go to my browser. Click your browser. Then in your browser here, you have to simply type localhost / and your project name, which is my prog 8. Then you press enter. Once you press enter, you see the project here, then just click it. Once I click, you see information is displayed in my format, calculate. But these also you've got the lot of decimals, so I can also change these decimals if I want to round it. Let's say round it in 2 decimal places. Let me just go to my code. So which means it's the circumference. So if I want to round this, I have to use the PHP function called round. Round is taking 2 arguments. The first argument is the variable that you want to round, and the second argument will be the decimal places. To how many decimal places? In this case, let me just put 3. I want to round it in 3 decimal places. I'll do the same for area here. Let me just round it using this function round for PHP. The first argument will be my area, then the second argument will be, I'll put a comma. Okay, I'll put a comma here, then I'll round it in 3 decimal places. Once I'm done this, I'll click save and go and refresh to my browser and refresh. You see, guys, everything is rounded to 3 decimal places. So this is how you can calculate area of a circle using these functions, guys. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Thank you, guys. Have a nice evening. Hope to see you in our next lecture. Thank you. Bye.